to the Successful Learning Educational Services podcast. I am here again with Cheryl. I'm Mariah, and we're going to talk today about executive functioning, which I don't know much about, so I'm actually really excited to learn about this too. So Cheryl, will you share with us what is executive functioning?
So we'll just talk about this in simple terms. Executive function or executive functions are a set of processes that all have to do with managing oneself and one's resources in order to achieve a goal. So it's really an umbrella term for the neurologically based skilled involving mental control and self-regulation. So you'll often hear the term self-regulation when people are referring to executive functions.
Okay. What are some of the things that you hear, parents, teachers, what kind of things do you hear from them?
Well, there are quite a few symptoms that will alert teachers or parents that there are some challenges in these areas, especially in the area of managing time. So classroom teachers will see struggles starting assignments. Okay. Parents will see difficulties in managing or beginning household tasks. Okay. And sometimes parents really think that's a behavior thing, and teachers think, oh, these are behavioral things, when really they're related to the areas that can be impacted in executive function. Finishing things on time. Okay, completing projects. Waiting to the last minute. Oh, that's what I hear even adults say, yeah, I wait till the last minute. Yeah, so managing their time can be very difficult. Adults, they may commit to too many things, so not realizing how much time each of those things that they commit to are going to take. Or running from one thing to another. So again, always behind in time. Or projects just never get finished.
Oh man, I think I need this class.
So these are kind of the symptoms that you would see if someone might be struggling with managing their time.
Okay.
And really when we think about that, you know, how much time does something take?
Yeah. And you've mentioned, so it's not just about time, it's also space. Can you talk about
A
that?
lot of people do struggle with managing their space. So some symptoms, again, are piles of things everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. A messy backpack. So a parent will go and look in the backpack and oh my goodness, it's so everything's just jammed in there. No organization, nothing can be found. A messy room.
Oh yeah.
Okay, things are everywhere. And if you ask a child to organize their room, they have a really big struggle. And they may even be very resistant to organizing their room because they have things placed out in the room so they can see it and they know where it is. But if you ask them to put it away, then they can have a very difficult time remembering where those items are.
Okay.
How about classroom desk?
Oh man.
Teachers will definitely see this. Okay,
Yes.
Everything's just again jammed in. And the student, I'm thinking back to my teaching days now.
Yes.
Things are just jammed way back in the back of the desk. Oh, there's that paper that was due, 3 weeks ago.
Oh no.
Organizing the home. Okay, the space in the home can be really jumbled up. So those are some of the difficulties managing space.
I have to laugh because I'm sorry, but I'm thinking of my son. Like, oh my goodness, every single one of these things. All right, so what about like expectations from the school on students?
Really, and coming from that school background, classroom-based background, I really do believe our expectations that we put on students really starting as early as 5th grade. I don't know how many times I sat in classrooms or my own children's classrooms and the teachers are saying, okay, we're in 5th grade now, parents back off. Your child is they should be able to organize themselves, they should be able to get their assignments done. It's now up to the child.
Yeah.
And this really does not fit the brain-based information that we have on when the brain matures in these areas. And we don't all mature at the same rate.
Yeah.
So the information that teachers are getting maybe in their university settings or just their own thought process as to when students really are ready to be able to be on their own and organization and management, time management doesn't match what we know.
That actually makes so much sense to me because I think about the first time we experienced middle school with my daughter. There's so many classes, and yes, they tell her she can do it all, she can manage it, she can figure it out, all the homework. That seems like a big thing.
And there are some students, who have more maturity in some of these function areas that are successful, but there's a big group that are not. And if we understand why they are not, what is the next step? Because if you're not successful in these areas and the expectations are there and they are set for everyone, this can cause a lot of stress.
Yeah, so that's kind of our next thing too. I mean, so this does cause stress within the family.
Yes, it can cause family arguments. Okay, why didn't you get your homework done? You've known about that for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, when's it due? Okay. Or poor grades. Okay, because the support may not be there that needs to be there. And we even see college dropouts.
Yeah.
I've been really looking more and more at that college scene, and we have in the United States a huge dropout rate in college. Well, we have it in high school too, but once you get to college and you start looking at the graduation rates, it's shocking to me. It can cause anxiety. It can cause depression, so a real sense of failure. Because, again, we set very high expectations, and sometimes the expectations don't match what we're really physically and mentally able to do at the point of time that they're really targeted to.
Man, that's so tough. Well, I'm so glad that we have a solution.
We
have a class. So can you tell us about this class that we have, Seeing My Time?
Yeah, Seeing My Time. I love this class. And I think it's been very interesting. I've presented it a number of times. And always towards the end of the class, the parents are saying, oh my goodness, everyone should take this class. It should be mandatory for every parent.
Yeah.
Which I think is... it says a lot about what's introduced in the class. It is Seeing My Time, the Sklar method. Mary D. Sklar, here's a local author and presenter, and she has made this fabulous class to help in these areas.
Awesome. So who is this class for?
I really like to do the class in a family format.
Oh, yeah.
So I love to have both parents there if possible, and children 5th grade and up.
Yeah.
So certainly through high school, then young adults could take it by themselves. So college students would be a great person to come in, and if you have had some struggles in these areas and you're still seeing that, I think it could be very helpful. In fact, we've had a couple of former graduates from this class who've then used it in their college setting, and we'll get feedback from them, and it's working well for them.
Yeah, I can definitely see the benefit if we were going to do it, which I think we probably are going to, as a family, because if one person's learning it and the rest of the family doesn't know,
right?
Then I mean,
it's
that
hard
person's
to support.
Doing good and the rest are kind of like not on board.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, especially with teenagers. I mean, we've got to all be on the same page.
Yes,
yeah.
To have that dialogue going.
And so in this class, what can somebody expect to learn?
Well, the first part of the class really does go into when does the brain mature? Okay, we really don't know. Most parents don't know when that maturation time is. So we get kind of a guideline as to when that happens. So when should parents really separate from their children and do the classic, okay, don't support your child anymore. Let them do it on their own. And I think the attendees will be shocked at how long we really do need to support our children.
Yeah, I know that firsthand. A 17-year-old, and we've been told for so long, oh, well, you need to step back. And now that I'm seeing it, I'm thinking, man, we stepped back way too early.
One of the activities that I really love about this program is that families get to analyze their schedule. So we know how busy we are. Americans are just so very busy, and we really want to be involved in so much. And as parents, we're trying to expose our children to all the great things, and we have a lot of things that we can, especially if you live in a metropolitan area, expose your child to. But we often overbook ourselves.
Amen.
So we get a chance to really look, when do we have time to do what needs to be done. So you get to look at your child's schedule, your own family, what's going on, and then it gives you a realistic picture of how things are at the moment. Another technique that we learn is about planning backwards. So usually we think, I've got to plan this out, but people who have time management problems, they can plan all kinds of things and not realize how long something really takes.
Yeah.
So we learn to plan backwards.
Ah.
And often people will say that's their favorite activity in the program.
Yeah, makes sense. I feel like even just looking at things like projects in the home, they
Exactly.
always take longer.
Oh, yes.
Every time.
Yes. And cost more, don't they?
Yes, that's right. Is there a money management part of this too? So anything else that you would like to share about what will go on in this class?
Well, we do have trouble organizing papers, and my world is full of papers. It's like a nightmare.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
as teachers, all you teachers out there, we just have to manage paper all the time. But children have to manage papers, right?
Yep.
Teens have to manage papers. So we do have a technique to help get that into some kind of management system. Yes. And then some hands-on tools, and I love these, just some little things that you can use to understand the passing of time.
That thing that just always happens.
It goes so fast, doesn't it? So
yes.
Those are just a few of the different activities and supports that families will learn about in this class. And I love it. I love to teach it, but I love to see the impact that families have. Upon you get a little practice time between sessions to go back and try some of these techniques and come back and talk about them a little bit. It's a small group setting, so it's also really powerful in that you get to hear what other families are doing and trying out.
Yeah.
So good feedback.
Oh man, that sounds so awesome. Do you have the dates for the next one?
I don't have the dates yet, but this week I am planning on getting our summer class up, put the dates up, and I am going to give a pretty big discount for the summer class. So a $60 discount per family.
Awesome.
So if you've been thinking about doing it, this is probably the time you want to jump in. If you're available on the dates, and we'll hold it right here at Successful Learning. So it's right here in Vancouver, not far away.
Very cool. And if you're watching this later, just know that you can always go to our website and look for the next date. We have those on our calendar on our homepage. And so that is the easiest way to sign up, really. Go to our website, at successfullearning.com. We'll have it actually in the notes so that you don't have to memorize that from this. You go ahead and click on that, register, or let us know if you're interested. You can call our office. Our information will all be in the notes. So please don't hesitate. It's never too late to get this stuff learned.
I just thought of one other thing too that we didn't have in our notes here, but this is a class we could do online. So if you don't live in the area and you're being serviced online with us, and this is something, boy, you really need, think about doing the class online. So just like we do our regular sessions, you could have your family right in front of your computer. I can send you the materials and we could work together that way.
That's a really great idea. Yep. So definitely check in with us and find out what we have going on. All right. Thanks so much, guys. That was so good. Have a fabulous rest of your day.